The last 2 years, I have been traveling full-time through Kenya with my newborn, and there has been no other place than the coast, which I enjoy the most. That's why I got so excited when I got an invitation to stay at this cute little luxury Airbnb and share my secret top things, my favorite things to do at the coast with you. Let me tell you, this is not like what everyone else talks about. This is really like my favorite things which I've been experienced for over the last 9 years of traveling in Kenya. And some of them are hidden spots, and like one of it, the one I want to start, I just discovered recently that this even exists in Kenya. So my first favorite thing to do, and honestly, this was like mind-blowing, like a once in my lifetime experience. And as I said, I had no clue that this exists in Kenya. I knew it is on Zanzibar or maybe in South Africa or in Europe. But when I came to know that this is here, I immediately called the owner and I was like, hey, can I do this? And that's also the reason why I'm here in this beautiful 3-bedroom luxury Airbnb. And this is located in Vipingo. You might have never heard about Vipingo. Vipingo is around, I would say, 1 hour from Mombasa at the coast in Kenya, but it also has its own airstrip, so either you can drive in from Mombasa. This place, I think we consider it as like the luxury area in Kenya. And there is one unique thing which I had to experience, and that is skydiving. As I said, I had no clue this exists, and I was blown away, and I was like, what, we have this in Kenya? So I called Zainab. Zainab is the owner of Go Jump Kenya. And she was super friendly at the very beginning, and she explained to me everything, how it works, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna do this. And for me, it was a last minute decision as I just traveled here, and then I was like, I can't miss out on that. And you basically need nothing apart from your sportswear and sports shoes for the jump, and of course you need to be mentally ready to do that and to jump out of an open airplane and just get there. And when I got there, I first realized, okay, now this is gonna happen, this is serious. That's what you're gonna do. And we had a very good breathing, and I had an instructor who really gave me that safety and trust that I can do it, because my brother, he jumped as well, and my small brother as well, and I feel like there's so much talking about it, like you can get unconscious, it's not safe, you can die, and like a million things. And then they're like, what, are you crazy, you're jumping in Africa? And then I had all this back in my mind. But when I went there and we did the breathing and I met them in person, I felt super safe, and that was for me the most important thing. And yeah, I did it. It was an unbelievable feeling of being free, having so much adrenaline within you, and I don't know, I felt like I'm a bird, I am flying, I don't know, it was one of the most beautiful things and also most scary things I have ever done in my life. So if you want that extraordinary experience, definitely look out for Go Jump Kenya. I will link everything down in the description. It is definitely worth it. And yeah, I'm just saying, they are doing things and they are doing new things. It's for me what is traveling about, and that's why I was like, I had to do it, and I'm not regretting anything. I'm actually thinking about when can I do it next. So if you are planning to do this skydive, then the best option for you is to actually stay in this luxury Airbnb. I know the owner personally, and Moses, he's just such a kind human being, and he offered me to stay here, and I just fell in love with this place. You know, when you go to a place, usually it takes me a few days to adjust and feel like homey, but this, he made it like as his own home, and you can feel that there's so much love into details, and I just felt like it has this warm energy. And on top of that, it makes you feel like you're living the luxury life, but to an affordable price. And I thought like, this is really a cool option. So in case you don't want to just like go to the skydive and drive back to Mombasa or Malindi, Watamu, wherever you're staying, you can also stay a couple of days here and feel like in the luxury areas of Kenya as well. Yeah. But let's dive to the next one. One of my new favorite things is like, this is something I explored for myself. I just came back from another hidden spot, I would call it. It is northern, even more northern than Malindi. It's called CheChale. So I stayed there for 4 nights in a really cool, cute, small family-owned hotel. But it's not like a hotel. It's more like beach bandas, and you feel this is your new family. And what they have is that they are the first East African kitesurf center. And then I was like, when I was there, and I'm like talking to the owners, Justin and Gussie, and I'm like, hey, can I try? And I fell in love with it. I just tried. So you can start a beginner course, which takes you like 3-4 days. Or of course, if you're already kitesurfing, you can just rent the equipment and just kitesurf there. And this is like one of the best places, I was told, in Kenya for kitesurfing. I wouldn't advise you to do that in Diani or South Coast. So for that one, you have to be North Coast in Kenya. So if you're a kitesurfer, look for Watamu or CheChale. And why I think CheChale is an awesome place to kitesurf is that this hotel, which is a small one, it just has like 5-6 bandas. This is the only one in this entire secluded beach area with surfers. So you will not surf with another, I don't know, 20 or 100 other surfers. It's just the ones which are surfing from the hotel. And that makes you such a feeling of freedom, and you are the only one there at the beach surfing. And I think it's a very unique experience, which might be difficult to get in another place in Kenya by yourself. Number 3 of my top favorite things to do. Now we dive all the way from the North Coast, Vipingo, we drive all the way down to Diani. Actually, I'm heading there just in a few minutes. After I finish up the video, we are packing up and going. But anyway, so in Diani, you will hear all about Vazini Island, where you can go out and be with the dolphins and snorkel. Yes, that is beautiful, do it. But there's another island around which not many people know about or talk about. It's called FUNZI Island. And what is so beautiful about that is as well that it is more a hidden spot. I mean, if you ask it, people will know, but it is, I feel, it's a spot where you might be the only one on that island. And that island, it made me feel like when you go out to the sand dunes, it made me feel you're on the Maldives. I have never been there, but the water was crystal clear, like similar to Zanzibar. It changed its color, light blue and green bluish, and you can walk in the sand dunes and the tides. And then we had a beautiful, just like a sit down and a breakfast there. And yeah, also that one was organized by one of my friends, and Denise, she is running a small family vacation hotel in Msambweni. So this is even more far than Diani, but I will link everything down in the description so you can just go and check it out. You don't have to be in Msambweni to do that. You can also organize that from Diani, so you can just put it on your bucket list and then say like, hey, I want to do that. And by the way, if you are not yet aware, I am a travel consultant myself, so I can help you to plan all these itineraries, like all the experiences you have now, and put them in your itinerary. And yeah, just find the link down in the description, and then we can help you to plan your itinerary for free. Another favorite thing, number 4, in Diani, you have to go and try. This is my favorite things because it's for free. No, it's just super cute. So every evening at 7 p.m, if you go to one specific spot in Diani, it's called Stilts Backpackers, they feed the Bushbabies. And it is just so cute seeing them coming out with their big bubble eyes, and then you can feed them. It's just a thing for like 10-15 minutes, but especially if you have kids, or also just for yourself. If you have never seen a bush baby, and then they come super close to humans because they are night active, so you will not really see them around the coast. So another fun thing I love doing, like, is, if you know me, you know I love giraffes. Like on every safari, doesn't matter where, I find them so elegant. And there's one spot, it's in Mombasa, but you can go there even if you are staying in Diani. You can do a day trip and plan and go over, or you say you have at least one night or something like this in Mombasa. So what I would do is I would go to Nguni Sanctuary, one of my favorite spots. It is something not many people know about or talk about, and there are free roaming giraffes. It's a private sanctuary, but you can enter there, and also there's like one of the parks which you don't have to pay a lot of entrance fee, because usually when you go on safari you pay like $80, $100 per person per day just for the entrance. But this park is just like, I don't know, $10 maybe. So you can just go check out their webpage and then organize it even by yourself. You can go there with an Uber while you're in Mombasa, or just get a taxi from Diani and drive over. And the secret tip is that you can pack your own picnic, and then you can have picnic with giraffes. And as I said, this is for me my most amazing things. Every time I go to Diani or I'm around Mombasa, I do that. And now that we are heading there, actually the following week I'm having some clients and I'm meeting them in Diani, and we're gonna taking them there. So I'll be also having some updates. So if you follow me on my Instagram, or if you don't follow me yet, go over and start following me. Just by the way, so that you can also get like daily updates, what I do, how I live, because I'm a full-time travel mom with my little one. He's now 2 years old. And we travel all over Kenya, and even Tanzania, like in East Africa for now. And I put all my daily updates on my Instagram, because YouTube, it takes some time obviously to edit and then to upload it for you guys. Yeah. And the next thing is also another experience which you can have while you're in Mombasa. So that's my tip number 6. And this is doing a street food tour. And I have someone, Hawaii, she's called Hawaii, and she does the best street food tours in Kenya, or in Mombasa, if you ask me. I just, like, there's no other spot in Kenya where I would do a street food tour, to be honest. Especially in Nairobi, I find it's not healthy, it's not safe. I wouldn't trust any street food. Personally, honestly, I don't eat any street food myself, because I can't trust like the water they're using, or the oil they're using, or just how they're cooking. So, but in Mombasa, I feel it's different. And also when you do a guided street food tour, so yes, I would highly recommend to do it guided with a guide, so that you are able to get all the hidden spots and make sure you get the best street food, not just the ones which, yeah, might cause you travel diarrhea the next morning. So whenever I go there, and all my clients, they love it, do the street food tour. That is a must. And also on the street food tour, it's not just you go and eat and have one of the most delicious Swahili dishes. Because the food in Kenya, the street food is all over, it's very different. Like from Nairobi, you will not find Swahili dishes. You only find them around Mombasa, or let's say the coast. Even in Malindi you can get them, or in Watamu, in the streets you can get those things. But Mombasa has its special flair, the fact that it's the oldest town in Kenya. And then your guide, she will take you also to different parts of Mombasa. She will take you through Old Town, then to Waterfront, and different places. And they are some of my favorite spots. So if you go with a guide, you will experience all these local spots where you can taste the best food, and also learn about the culture and the history of Mombasa. And I think that's really worth it for like $35 or maximum $40 per person. It's good. So I'll be also including that. All that, you find it down in the description. And now, before we end this video, there's one more thing. One more experience which I am in love with as well. As you can see, I'm in love with all this experience because they're my favorites. But as I mentioned, we were just driving down from the coast, from North Coast, Malindi, and there is one of my most favorite sunset spots in entire Kenya. They actually call it like the Kenyan Grand Canyon, where you can go for a hike and you can learn some more about the Giriama tribe. But for me, yes, the hike is amazing and awesome, and do that. But for me, it's all about the sunset. This like 15 minutes, 20 minutes when the sun goes down. Oh my gosh, it's the best ever. And as an insider tip, if you go there, you can also pack your own dinner or snack and snack it while having a private sundowner there. And there's one hidden spot. It's at the far end. So they call it Billionaire's Hill, and I believe they call it Billionaire's Hill because there's a billionaire's resort and hotel in Malindi, and they usually do and take their private luxury clients there for sundowner. But you can also organize this by yourself. So if you go there, you can just get a taxi, go there. It's like 45 minutes drive from Malindi, or 1.5 hours from Watamu if you stay around there. So you go there, then you have like a 1 hour's hike, but make sure you're early. I was just there with another friend of mine, and then the guide took forever for the hike. I think they took like 1.5 hours for the hike. So they actually missed the proper sunset. They were still down at the hike, and you were not able to see it from the Billionaire's Hill the way I was there waiting for them with Zahi while they were still hiking. I mean, they saw it from different spots, but make sure you're back to your hill by 6 and make sure you're clear to your guide. I want to see that sunset and I want to be at that side, which is called Billionaire's Hill. Yeah. And then you just enjoy it, have your snacks or your drinks and have a sundowner. And this is something which I feel like traveling here in Kenya or experiencing Kenya is for me like, it's unbelievably beautiful in a way that you never know, like the landscape in Kenya is so different. One day you're on safari, which also it has beautiful sunsets and sundowner. The other days you're there just in Marafa and Hell's Kitchen, the place I just described, where you feel like you're in the Grand Canyon. And the other day you're at the beach, or you can climb Mount Kenya. It is such a variety of landscape and people and culture, and that's why I keep on staying here and exploring and experiencing new things. And that's why I'm just so much in love with Kenya. But it's okay, enough from that. Guys, we have to pack up. We are moving to Diani. I mean, we are not moving, we are always on the road traveling. Yeah, we are heading there to stay like for 1 month with a friend of mine, and I have some clients who are there, so I'll be taking them around, and yeah, just finding new other spots which I am truly in love with, so that I can share them with you as well. Okay, that was it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a like, share it with some friends, and yeah, you know, if you need help in planning your trip, you know where to find me. Okay, let me peace out.